Yeah, it was around. Nahum was prophesying to, once again, he was from Judah, prophesying against Northern Kingdom. And the Northern Kingdom was very thriving around that time, and it makes sense that those were the Assyrians, because the Assyrians took down Northern Kingdom. Anyway, moving on to this one here. Bringing comfort to Judah. Anyway, Jonah focuses on God's compassion even for enemies, but Nahum emphasized God's justice and wrath against the unrepentant, assuring Judah of their eventual deliverance from Assyrian tyranny. Right out the way. Deliverance. Damn. Timing. Jonah was roughly 100 years before Nahum. Yeah, but also 100 years after Isaiah. Jonah came before, and Isaiah as well, before Nahum. None was response to none but repented during Jonah's time, leading to mercy. By Nahum's time, they had become deeply wicked and oppressive, began sealing their doom. And that's the point there. Let's go back to Nahum. So just showing you that these prophets, what they spoke was came to pass because it wasn't their own words. It was the Spirit's words upon them to speak it, and so they came to pass. Pro means before, prophesy, to speak before things happen, basically. Anyway, going back to Nahum 3, woe to the bloody city. This was Nineveh in that time, and that really that bloody city is really going into Babylon today, especially today. Okay, look at Trump and the way he's going everywhere and taking shit. That's a classic Esau. It's a vintage Roman Pax Romana shit. Julius Caesar started, and further on and go down to Titus, and the last one being Domitian. And basically, that's what the Roman Empire all represented as. It's taking more people's lands and to increase their kingdom. Their goods, their territory. The noise of a whip and the noise of rattling of the wheels and the prancing horses and of the jumping chariots. The horsemen lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spears. They're going into the missiles. Glittering spear. Because a spear, regular spear, doesn't glitter. And there is a multitude of slain and a greater number of carcasses, and there is none end of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlots. Yeah, because a whore doesn't ever get enough of seed, sperm. She wants more, and she wants more sperm to fill her vagina. So that's why it's likened unto a whore. The mistress of witchcrafts that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcrafts. Behold, I am against thee, says the Lord of hosts, and I will destroy thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the kingdoms thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. And that's what it says in Isaiah 43 as well. I'll just pull it up, the precept. Isaiah 47 in the Easy English Bible goes harder than the GNT sometimes. And the KJV, this is Isaiah 47 and 1. Babylon, get down on the ground and sit in the dirt. I'm going to skip to the point. 2. Use heavy stones to make grain into flour. Take the veil off your face. Lift up your skirt. That's what a whore does. She's not disciplined. So her judgment would have to be to do hard laborer's work. Because a whore doesn't work hard with her hands, as you notice. Most of these hoes that work in office jobs, desk jobs, receptionist jobs. Most of these women go to school to study nursing. They're whores. Even in the factories, they're whores. Any woman with a uniform working around men is a whore. Most of them don't work with their hands. They're lazy. They don't work. So that would be their judgment to do a laborer's work, making grain into flour. Take the belt off your face because she wants to try to hide her shame, act like she's a submissive woman, hiding her face. Lift up your skirt. Yeah, because that's what she wants to do anyway. Show her ass and tits, her vagina, or her legs, thighs, big thighs, big ass. Walk through streams of water with bare legs. Stand there with your body completely bare. Now she's gonna eat it all naked. Everybody will see your great shame. I will punish you for your sins, and nobody will escape. It's essentially a metaphor for how America is gonna be stripped naked. Isaiah 47 in the GNT, it says, turn the millstone, grind the flour off with your bale, strip off your fine clothes, lift up your skirts to cross the streams. People will see you naked, they will see you humbled and shamed. I will take vengeance and no one will stop me. Isaiah 47 in the KJV. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, Khan, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance and I will not meet thee as a man. I skipped verse 2, up a bit, one verse. Take the millstone and grind meal, uncover thy locks and make bare the leg, uncover the thigh and pass over the rivers. Khan. Now let's get some commentary on this. So I'm wondering what that crossing through the rivers means, because I honestly don't know. But so I'm asking AI here. I have an idea. Like, it just basically means like you're a servant now. You're taking orders now. You're traveling to and fro to deliver that flour, your bread. You're your servant now. Day 47 and 2. Pass over the rivers or pass the rivers signifies the complete humiliation, forced to march in servitude of Babylon. Which that's really talking about modern Babylon. They're going to try to say that's ancient Babylon, but that's talking about America. Babylon, modern Babylon, America. Depicted as a proud queen forced to shed royal attire and wade through streams, exposing her nakedness and shame. Yeah, showing her nakedness everywhere, traveling everywhere to show, walking naked to show all her shame. Because essentially it's talking about it like a queen, a proud queen. Like I think of Jezebel. And the level she was in, imagine her being stripped naked to be forced to walk everywhere and grind meal to make flour. Back in that time, that would have been seen as, and even in this time, if it was a royal princess, it would have been seen as a complete shame, humiliation, ritual. As she's led into captivity or exiled by her conquerors, highlighting the reversal of her former glory, like what happened with Jezebel. That's a good example and account from the scriptures there. The proud queen. Isaiah personifies Babylon as a delicate, luxurious queen who sits proudly, but God declares she will be brought low. Basically, it's a metaphor, yeah. But the judgment's literal. Because ultimately that whore there, that proud-ass whore there, that's a queen there, it's princes there, in some kingdom, that's ultimately going, you could say really whore princess there is going into the nation of Edom. Esau, Edom as a nation. So going back to Nahum 3. For because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, that selleth nations through her whoredoms, and families through her witchcrafts. Behold, I am against thee, says the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. Come on. And so that's the point there. This is Zephaniah 3, verse 1. Woe to her that is filthy and polluted, to the oppressing city. She obeyed not the voice, she received not correction. She trusted not in the Lord, she drew not near to her God. So that's also going into America. Verse 1. the oppressing city. You go chapter back to Zephaniah 2 and 15. This is the rejoicing city that dwelt carelessly, that said in her heart, I am. It's America, and there is none beside me. Yeah, America has to pay for slavery and the oppression to the Israelites. Even if they're wicked, they'll be destroyed, but at the same time as Babylon gets its judgment and come back as ashamed as Esau is destroyed and defeated. And there is none beside me. How will she become a desolation? Desolation. Let's look up that word. Desolation, a state of complete emptiness or destruction. Barren. Misery, sadness. Sakan. Yep. Zephaniah 2:15 again. This rejoices the city that dwelt carelessly, that said in her heart, I am, and there is none beside me. Yes, so I am. That's the word. Really, she says he's the Lord, the Most High. Going with links with Isaiah 14, where Esau said, "I shall be as the Most High." So this really ain't going into a woman, a literal whore. Even though the scriptures does mention that a whore shall be burned with fire. If a priest's daughter was to be played a harlot, their judgment would have to be burned with fire. So it does represent America, because essentially, you go back up to jump to chapter 3, verse 2 in Zephaniah. It says, she obeyed not the voice, she received not direction, she trusted not in the Lord Yahweh. She drew not near to her God, because essentially, Babylon can be likened unto a daughter. Even though she's an Edomite, she's still the daughter of Yahweh, because the Lord made Babylon. So her judgment, and Yahweh is ultimately the ultimate Levitical priest, so who is of the tribe of Judah. So what happens with a daughter of the priest once again that commits whoredom? She has to be burned with fire. Burnt offering, burnt sacrifice. That's what Babylon's going to be. Anyway, it says here, how she become a desolation, a place for beasts to lie down, and everyone that passeth by her shall hiss and wag his hand. Come on. Wag his hand means they're going to be astonished. They're going to be in shock. And it's going to be too much for them to comprehend. They're just going to move their hand in an aggressive motion. Like, wow, this bitch is done with. This bitch is over with. Correlating back to Revelation. What was it? Revelation 18. Revelation 18, right here, verse 23. Actually, 22. And the voice of harpers and musicians and the well, let's go back up to 23. 22. And the voice of harpers and musicians and the pipers and the trumpeters shall be heard no more at all in thee. And no craftsman or whatsoever craft he be shall be found any more in thee. And the sound of a millstone shall be heard no more at all in thee. No work, no music, no making shit, nothing of any of that sort. To Babylon. This is talking about Babylon once again being destroyed by a prophetic destruction prophesied here in the scriptures. By Yahweh, the power, by the Spirit, Yahweh Shai. 23. And the lights of the candle shall shine no more at all in thee, and the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be no more at all in thee. For thy merchants were the great men of the earth. For by thy sorceries were all nations deceived. 24. And in her was found the blood of prophets and of saints and of all that were slain upon the earth. Con. That's what's going to happen to America, Babylon. So going back to Ezekiel 33. Isaiah 33 and verse 33. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet has been among them. Con. That's what I'm going to do. Get Ezekiel 12 here and 27. Actually, I'll start at verse 21. The subheading is, there will be no delay. 21. The word of the Lord came to me, Son of man, what is this proverb that you have heard in the land of Israel? The days go by and every vision comes to nothing. And this is what my brother said, actually, in a couple of days, like a day ago. I had to meet back with him, talk about something. And this is what this nigga said, man. He said, oh, I told him about the end. You believe we're in the end? I said something like that, or I told him that World War III is coming, or something like that. And he mentioned the dumb ass nigga, wicked nigga says something like, oh, that's what everybody says. Everyone that says that, everyone believes we're in the end, that never comes. So this is to that wicked nigga here as well. It's a message from the Lord to his ass. The word of the Lord came to me, because he's going to get judged. He's already marked. Verse 22, Son of man, what is this proverb you have heard in the land of Israel? Yashara Allah, and he is prince with his power. The days go by and every vision comes to nothing. This is also what the mind, that's what he said, that's also the mind state and words and mindset of all these other wicked two-third niggas. Say to them, this is what the sovereign Lord Yahweh says, I am going to put an end to this proverb, and they will no longer quote it in Israel. And this is what the Lord is going to do. It says in Isaiah, in your days shall this come to pass. Say to them, the days are near when every vision will be fulfilled. And we're already seeing a lot of those right now. We're in those days already, where every vision will be fulfilled. For there will be no more false visions or flattering divinations among the people of Israel. 25. But I the Lord will speak what I will, and it shall be fulfilled without delay. For in your days, it says in your days, once again, in your days, you rebellious people, I will fulfill whatever I say, declares the sovereign Yahweh. 28, the word of Yahweh came to me. 27, Son of man, the Israelites are saying, the visions he sees is for many years. So they ended up doubling down. They said this shit again. This is what the Lord said. Replied through Ezekiel. The Israelites are saying the vision he sees is for many years from now, and he prophesies about the distant future. That's basically what my brother said once again. I therefore say to them, this is what the sovereign Yahweh says. That's what the Lord says to them. None of my words will be delayed any longer. Whatever I say will be fulfilled, declares the sovereign Yahweh. Let's look at what sovereign means here. That's basically the point on that. Sovereign doesn't mean Sabbath, but it says here, sovereign is a supreme ruler or a independent self-governing state. Yes, right there, supreme ruler. Deriving from Latin, meaning above. It describes a person like a king or I don't like the word queen. Queen means whore, and really it means a faggot. Going back to the word queer, it's a derivative of the word, the original root word for that, where it gets its name from queer. And so really, queen means a male. It was a male prostitute that thought he was a woman that would fuck other male sailors by the sea shores, wait there to get paid for them to go and fuck them as a male queer prostitute. Derived from Latin meaning above, and it also can mean whore as well. But if I'm not mistaken, it really means just like a faggot, basically. Yeah. Trust me, I looked it up and researched this, so yeah, like a queen or a nation with ultimate power. Yeah, so sovereign though right here just means a person above, and that's a sovereign lord. That's the Lord, essentially. So, okay. And so this is Ezekiel 12, verse on down in verse 27. It reads here. Matter of fact, I'll start at 19 because this is going into the judgment that the 2/3 are also going to fall in line with. Then say to the people of Israel, this is what the sovereign Almighty Yahweh says about the people who live in Jerusalem and in the land of Israel. They will be afraid while they eat their food. Oh, and this is going to happen too, going into a famine. They will shake with fear when they drink their water. Yeah, I mean, like a couple months back, you had the SNAP thing. A problem going on with these Jakes and the SNAP, and you already having signs of people missing meals in America here. I mean, really, you just need one meal a day, but as long as that meal is, I mean, as long as you get about 2,200 calories a day, that's what they recommend for a man and woman. For younger people, more calories. For older people, more lesser calories. Just the facts there. So, yeah, but me personally, I won't be able to get that many calories in one sitting, so that will lead to gluttony and obesity and increments. So whatever. I mean, the people might just be eating way over their limit though. Here in America, plus they don't get the true nutrients from most Americans don't get the actual nutrients from the bullshit, their processed shit that they eat. You're not getting that nutrients your body needs from those. But the famine's gonna come. You're gonna be having it says the second Ezra 6 and 22, if I'm not mistaken. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. Second Ezra 15 and 19. They shall for the lack of bread. Shall destroy each other for the lack of bread. Revelation 6, the black horse. A measure of wheat for a penny, and 2 measures of barley for a penny. Basically a famine. The penny there they ain't talking about the Abraham Lincoln penny from a copper penny for you have here in America, which they already took out. It's going into showing you it's not talking about that. It's talking about a penny was a day's wages. When you break that word down in the Greek, blue letter tells you that. Anyway, continuing on in verse 19, they will be afraid while they eat their food. They will shake with fear. That's anxiety. When they drink their water, because an enemy, it says, because an enemy will destroy their land so that nothing remains in it. This will happen because all the people who live there have done violent things. The towns where people live will become heaps of stones. The buildings are going to be destroyed. The infrastructure architectural buildings you have up here in Babylon destroyed, gone. the towns where people live will become heaps of stones. An enemy will destroy the land. Then you will know that I am the Yahweh. 21. The Lord gave this message to me, son of man. You have this proverb in the land of Israel. A long time passes, and visions have truly happened, and visions never truly happen. But you must say to them, this is what Almighty Yahweh says, I will soon stop you from saying the words of that proverb. Instead, say to them, this time will soon be here when every vision will truly happen. 24. Israel's people will no longer have visions that are false. Nobody will prophesy things that deceive people. But I, the Yahweh, will speak. Whatever I will say will certainly happen. It will happen very soon. Understand this, you people who refuse to obey me. I will do this while you are still alive. And this is fitting right in line with today. I will do all the things that I have said. This is what the Almighty Yahweh says. 26. The Lord gave this message to me. Son of man, listen to what Israel's people are saying about you. They say the things that you see in your vision will not happen for many years. It will be a long time before his message becomes true. And that's what they said to Jeremiah as well. This was around the same time, actually, as this, because Jeremiah was prophesying that in Jerusalem, while it was getting destroyed, as Ezekiel was over there in Babylon in captivity and exile, prophesying these words over there, that this was going to happen. The same thing Jeremiah was saying, telling Zedekiah to just give up, surrender. If you don't surrender, they're going to come and destroy and just kill y'all. Zedekiah didn't listen. And the words came to pass. Judah got violently taken. Most of them dying violent death and being brought forcefully to captivity. "28. So say to them, this is what the Almighty says, I will not wait any longer to do what I have said. I will do everything that I have told you. This is what the Almighty says. And what's one of those things that's going to happen? It's right here in Revelation 11 and 14. It's what we're seeing taking place right now. The third woe. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe coming quickly. Found that third woe is going to come quickly. There's no way around it. To get away from it is just what's going to come. Alright, going back to this solar eclipse, was as a sign. Going back to these protests in Iran, which is why I brought this 2nd Esdras 9. Going into the signs, the watchmen, going back to Ezekiel, the Lord told Ezekiel 33 in the house of chapter 3, I have set thee a watchman, take the blood off your hands, go and warn them. And Amos 3, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, the people not be afraid. 2nd Esdras 9, verse 3, therefore when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of people in the road. This protest once again on Iran. I just saw an update that the brother posted about how it's been starting to get violent. And there's been a bunch of deaths. These protests have been getting put down to death. That's what I mean by being put down. So the protests have gotten violent. And then Trump warned and sent threats to, which is the Lord's threats on Trump to send it to Iran, that they're going to be destroyed, taken down. That's also a judgment for the heathen nations over there. The heathens are going to be getting judged too. The heathens here in America, a lot of Edomites are going to be getting judged too. You had heathens in 70 AD in Jerusalem that was getting judged then too. So history repeats itself, nothing new under the sun. That which has been is that which shall be, and there's nothing new under the sun. Roughly paraphrasing Ecclesiastes 1. So these things are coming, they're coming in the past, bro, and like if you can't see it, then I don't know what to tell you, bro. I mean, get the fuck up. Wake up the fuck up from under the rock. The Lord's gonna come to judge this place soon. Second Edges 9, verse 4. Continuing on in verse 4. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world has a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works, and endings and effects and signs, self-explanatory. This is Second Esdras chapter 9. The fuck? God, this is in the Common English Bible translation, CEB, Second Esdras 9, verse 1. He answered me, measure carefully within yourself, and when you see that a certain part of the signs that were predicted had passed, protests, earthquakes, and really those are small ones, but the bigger ones, like, think these wars, rumors of wars, tensions with China, Taiwan, Iraq, Iran, it's Israel, Russia, Ukraine, NATO now involved in that, expecting a war over there because the elites already planned that. They got that set. They're already preparing for war. I just saw an article with, forgot who it was. I think it was one NATO nation ordering 1 billion something in tanks. Last week they was preparing. This week they're still preparing. Preparation for war is still going on. It's still taking place. So this is Second Esdras 9. Continuing on in verse 1. And when you see that a certain part of the signs that were predicted have passed, then you will understand that the time has come in which the Most High will begin to visit the world which He made. And really, one of those bigger signs is us with this word, this truth being out there. It's the biggest prophecy that's still happening right now. It's been happening. It's enough to let you know that this end is coming. Because it would just want to make sense for us to have to be there another 50 years. So the Yahushua wants the kingdom now. It's common fucking sense. Why would he want to wait another 20 years? Even though in his time that would be nothing, but why the fuck would Yahushua want to wait? He's hearing us complaining. Most I ain't gonna want to hear us complaining all the time, right? The Lord's gonna say, about time, this is enough. I don't want to see my sons tortured, my daughter's tortured, see a few sisters in the sincere spirit. If he get on you, humble down, repent, bro. But get fucking right. Because we're trying to get right. As the man of the Lord. Alright? So then you will understand that the time has come in which the Most High will begin to visit the world which He made. When the movement of places, tumult of peoples, plotting of nations, back in 2020, then the U.S. hit a strike on Iran's general. Forgot that nigga's name. Don't you think you just have Venezuela get plotted on to take Maduro? So that could have all been fake. They could have already had Maduro on there with the plan. Who knows? Because you got a lot of photos of Maduro in 50 fucking outfits. Come to find out. And it just don't make sense how you would capture somebody and how many outfits does it take just to transport them back to the U.S. You got 3 fucking photos of him in 3 different fucking outfits. 5 different outfits. 5 different photos of him. The U.S. transporting him him wearing 5 different types of outfits. So what's that about? Makes you second guess things, or maybe they killed him already, but it's just AI photos. Who knows? Yeah, that could be a possibility too, or maybe it's just they just didn't have control over Venezuela, and they had to do what they had to do there over there. It's a possibility as well. And those ain't AI photos or a fake staged event where they make it seem like to fool us, because they love to laugh at us like we're stupid, make it think like, oh, to make us think that, oh, he wasn't captured, he was actually already a part of the plan and knew the schedule and what he would have to pose. And yeah, anyway, because you think about it, man, those are poor ass Latin countries, man. They're in on it. They're in behind the scenes. Fidel Castro, he was already in on that circle, that demonic Freemasonic club there, just a lower level of it. Anyway, verse 3 here. Plotting of nations, inconstancy of leaders, and confusion of princes appear in the world. Then you will understand that it was about these things that the Most High spoke from the former days, from the beginning. Lock, yeah, I got a cold. This is with everything that has happened in the world. The beginning is known from the end, and the end comes to be seen. So it's right there, the end comes to be seen. That cuss, that whole, we don't know how the end's going to come as a excuse, bullshit argument. Come on. Oh, the prophets know how the end is going to come. How? Okay, might have so-called truthers, self-proclaimed truthers that go on the underground news outlets, they call them, redacted and other shit like that. Dabu, doomsday preppers who may be speaking on things and catching on things, and may have an idea that World War III is gonna happen. But y'all don't know what's gonna have to happen before World War III happens, man. The mark of the beast has to be implemented. And ultimately, man, you really can't understand what's happening and how to fix these things without knowing who Esau Edom is. They're not gonna say who and reveal it to you who Edom is. That's important. You have to know that to know the end. It says in 2nd Ezra 6, like 3 chapters before this one, chapter 9. Esau is the end of the road. Esau is definitely ruling. It's the so-called white men once again, the devils. So-called white men. If he's not the so-called white man, who is Edom? Who is he? Why do you think he hates Jacob? Why do you think Jacob was born with, and why do you think it had to mention their birth? Why is their birth and how they came out of the womb so important? Why did the Lord have to add that to there? And you don't question that? When you ever read that for your first time as a Christian about the truth, you ever asked that, like question that, like why did the Lord want this to be written here? Their way they came out of the birth, that they were twins, because that was, he wanted to let us know that this is a normal way to birth. A woman can birth children, or is it because these two prominent figures are going to be two nations that's going to be fighting each other and hate each other and despise each other, and one of them is going to have to come out last, one of them is going to have to come out first. The elder serve the younger. He mentions that with the birth, how they came out. Esau came out first as well. Jacob came out next. And Jacob took, really didn't take, but yeah, took the blessing. 5. This is with everything that has happened in the world. The beginning is known from the end, and the end comes to be seen. So also are the times of the Most High. The beginnings are manifest in prodigies and mighty works, and the end is evident in deeds and in signs. Come on. That's the point right there. Get it right. Come on, because for all we know, this could just be fake too. Iran could be in on it. And the reality could be that the supreme leader of Iran already had his script and agreed to it, shook hands about it, and wholeheartedly volunteered for it, willingly, happily. For all we know. So ultimately, he's been in the. It's not like he hasn't been in the NATO meetings. To be in, you gotta think about it. To be in those meetings, you already gotta have to have had shook hands with one of the elites, made some deal with one of the elites. Shit, actors get their scripts. How not? And ain't no actor or celebrity out there up there without already done showing their allegiance. So how much more with these world leaders, like just like Maduro, just especially the president of Cuba, and his witch-looking wife, that one witch, his wife there, of Cuba. So yeah, bro, am convinced also that really that was all just stage shit for us regular folks who think was just real and shit. Check this out here. Check this. This.